switch. Oop, wrong button. Ayo. Hey, CD. Nice to have you here. I'm surprised maintenance ended on time. It's a shock to me. Complete shock. Heyo, Misaki. Oh, I am not ready. I am not ready for this. I was honestly hoping that we would have until the end of the pre-release campaign here, but I guess not. Surprised you're able to get in the game without much trouble. Yeah, that too. That has also genuinely surprised me. I expected there to be some issues. Ooh. That's new. I think I adjusted that right. New music indeed. Very nice new music, though, I have to admit. Yeah, it looks like I got it right. That's a cool looking intro screen. Fate Grand Order, Epic of Remnant. Well, let's touch the screen and see what we got here. Alright, so no new news, so that makes it easy. Heaven's Feel re-release, the USA Tour kicked off, new Master Missions, woo! So we have some foes. I'll just claim some of this stuff. 23 quartz, good gracious. That's a lot of quartz. Just claim it all. But 23 quartz, dang. That's quite a bit. I'm gonna really quickly see. Is there any new summon banners? There is indeed. Archer and Avenger of Shinjuku. Huh. 33 Saint Quartz total. We're getting 10 more. Nice. I'm gonna wait until I see all these characters in Shinjuku before I make any rolls on their banner. Sorry to say. So, yeah. Quarantine Territory of Malice Shinjuku. 1999. That is, quite recent. I do not know their identities, actually. I keep myself relatively unspoiled as far as story stuff goes. Primary party. Not you. You. Swap stuff around real quick here. Just to get my A squad ready, just in case we have to jump right into things. Waiver. And then I honestly didn't even get home until maintenance had already started as well, so I didn't have time to pre-prep for all of this. I don't think it matters what we put on waiver, to be fair. Chocolatier, I guess. And then put on our battle coat, and there we go. Alright, we are all geared up. We got Gramps at the head. Let's go to Pseudo-Singularity I, Quarantine Territory of Malice, Shinjuku. I will say that because I do have work in the morning, I will only be able to go for about an hour and a half, 2 hours with this. But because this is out now, FGO is going to take priority on the channel. Just saying. Until Shinjuku is complete, all streams in the future will be Shinjuku. Yay! MASH, yeah! Woohoo! MASH. Easy does it. Where would you like to put this, senpai? I gotta be up at 7:45. The closet? Understood. Certainly has gotten messy, what with everything that's happened over the last year. We're overdue for a spring clean. I, MASH Firelight, will have this place spick and span in no time. Fo-fo! Thank you, Fo. but we'll be fine. Please wait here until we're done. Oh. Hey, you two. How goes things? How's things? Yeah. Yeah, shouldn't you be working here, Da Vinci? Isn't it obvious? I'm slacking off. Of course. Seriously, Da Vinci? Hey, don't give me that look. Part of my job is making sure the two of you are in tip-top shape. Oh, and if any of the higher-ups ask where I am, tell them I'm not here, okay? Tell them we geniuses need 3 times more rest than most people, so we can work 30 times more efficiently. If only that were true. Ugh. Oh, I think these are your personal belongings, Senpai. What would you like me to do with them? Put them on the shelves, I guess. We're nice and orderly and we're neat. Okay, Senpai, I see the top of this shelf is very dusty. I'll go ahead and clean here too. I guess I know what I'm going to do. Oh! Scampers. Aw. Poor little foe. Senpai? This is your room, Senpai. You're the one who has to clean it. Come on, Senpai, stop grinning. Aw, Mash. My adorable Kohoi. It is quite peaceful now. You know, just had Valentine's shenanigans. Peaceful. Memorial quests weren't stressful at all. That took care of this part of your room. Since Da Vinci's here too, why don't we take a little break, Senpai? I'll go make some tea. Foe! Thank you, Foe. It's nice of you to keep me company. Be back soon, Senpai. And now we're gonna get the true issue, aren't we, Da Vinci? Aren't we? Glad to see her in high spirits again, but she's still not completely healed? I mean, yes and no. Her exam results were all perfect. I don't know what's really to heal. Foe remade her from complete, utter obliteration. She should be in perfect health. Her cell structure is rejuvenated to that of a teenager, and her nerves and blood vessels are like new. But the non-human parts of her, that's another story. The enormous magical energy possessed as a demi-servant is gone, and her magical circuits have jammed. Oh. Learned a lot about magecraft over the last years, so you know that magical circuits last for life. Whenever a mage uses a spell, they flip on a switch to turn on the magical circuits inside their body. This activates them, and voila! They can cast spells. When they don't need them, they flip the switch back. Basically, the switch is always there, and your ability to use spells depends on whether it's on or off. But right now, there's no way to turn Mash's circuits on, even though the circuits themselves are fine. It's kind of like the switch is jammed and can't be flipped. Does that mean she's sick or something? No, I give you my personal universal genius guarantee that there's nothing wrong with her physically. She's the very picture of health. You have my word as the world's greatest eminent artist. Anyway, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Don't worry, it'll sort itself out eventually. I'd add, though, that it might be a good idea for Mash to get out a bit more. Like, say, going to school? That... And it depends on the education level, I guess. Chaldea Academy opening soon. I mean, we got enough young servants to, you know, get it going up, so, you know. I know what you're thinking. Naturally, geniuses that I am free to wear a student uniform or teach art as I please. And no, that does not include working at the school shop. Thank you very much. So what do you think? The school teacher suits me pretty well, right? Yeah, it does. School teacher Da Vinci. I can see it. At any rate, if Mash really were to start going to school, I bet she'd have guys and girls alike all fawning over her. No. Is that so? She'd be getting love letters every day, confessions left and right. I just love innocent young couples. The teasing opportunities alone make life worth living. Okay, she's not going to school. Decision's been made, Da Vinci. Mash isn't going to school. Sorry. Yes, nobody is laying a finger on my precious Kohoi. Nobody. Except me. Da Vinci, stop filling Senpai's head with nonsense. Please don't pay her any heed, Senpai. Here, have some tea. Go on. Oh, that's forward. Oh, God, that's forward. Oh, God. Whew. Okay. I was not expecting that. I'll try not to die. I will try not to die. So, are you seeing anyone right now? Nobody. Besides, I haven't had time to think about things like that with what's all that happened. Oh, that was surprisingly forward. Good gracious. Alright, enough joking around. You really do need to think about your future, Mash. You only get to dream big when you're young. This is your chance to broaden your horizons. Yes, I know that. It's just... Of course, you'll need someone with experience to help guide you. Isn't that right, Soul Senpai? As her senpai, it's your job to make sure Mash has a great future ahead of her, don't you think? Oh, I am on it. She will have the brightest future, as bright as the sun, when I'm here. Now that's what I like to hear. Come to think of it, those people from the Mages Association didn't stick around very long, did they? Must have overloaded their poor minds with the sheer quantity of data we've gathered over the last year. Between Chaldea's summon and on-site summons, we easily called upon more than 100 servants. I'm at like 96, so that's a lie. And then there was us visiting singularities in 7 different eras, and the 10 plus ray shifts to minor singularities in between. Normally, a ray shift is a major event and requires approval from the Mage Association and the UN. Oh, I hope we didn't break any laws then. May have done it to save the world, but we still broke all sorts of regulations. Well, darn. Can't catch me, though. I've got enough servants that the world can try and take me on, but I'm pretty sure I'm safe. You probably have enough servants to conquer the world? Oh, yeah, probably. Probably. And, I mean, considering those one-servant challenges that beat, like, Tiamat and stuff, yeah, we could probably take it down. So, the fact remains that we saved the world. Senpai. You okay, Mash? I just overheard this while making tea. Uh-oh. Are you kidding me? Hey, don't shoot the messenger. As soon as the first team gets here, they're going to shake things up with the staff. Looks like they're foisting a bunch of well-known mages from all sorts of fields onto us. We still don't have the complete list, but here's a few we know are coming. Augustus Henrik Asplund from Valois, Krost René Regner from Kishur, Valia Sisifli from Mistil, and Missaria Krolum from Chimera. As if it weren't bad enough, it sounds like policies is getting involved too. They're talking about completely overhauling Chaldea while they analyze the data. Perfect storm of aristocracy, neutrality, and democracy. Gives them the right to leveling their... Names are a mouthful. Oh yeah, they were. You remember how he served as an advisor, right? There's every possibility he had an accomplice, and it's entirely possible that if he did, they are still out there. That's why we've got a target on our backs. We are all under suspicion for an act of terrorism that put 38 top-tier mages in comas. We can't ask the Animuspheres for help since they're in upheaval after Olga Marie's death. First, they need to designate the family that divided the Animusphere origin crest as the new successor, and get the other family's consent. Once that's done, they have to complete all the rituals and get the various approvals needed for succession before they can finally come to Chaldea. So by the time that happens, we'll either have lost all our authority, or in the worst case, they'll ignore all our achievements, freeze Chaldea's assets, and seal everything away. Including us. That doesn't sound fun. I mean, if only Dr. Oman was still alive. Oh, we've wasted enough time talking about this. Besides, I want to Dr. Soul's file while I still can. And you, along with a few other people, are going to help me. Why should I? Yeah. Okay, let me put it to you like this. Do you really think they'll believe a master with no experience who showed up on the day of the attack just to fill an empty space on the roster, was able to command several different servants, and take on the actual heroes of the time periods he visited? Of course. Alone without a modicum of support? I mean, of course. It's like we're an anime protagonist, pretty much. Duh. It's totally possible. And finally, that when the dust was settled, he had actually managed to restore humanity? Because even I don't believe it. Okay, Staff B, you are now my least favorite staff member. I'm glad I didn't give you a chocolate for Valentine's Day, Staff B. I'm really glad. We shouldn't even be alive right now, but we are, and it's all thanks to him. Well, listen, I'm sorry. It's just, when you stop and think about what Soul has accomplished, it's unbelievable. So much so that the Mages Association, Chaldea included, may get caught up in political infighting. No, I'm sure they will, and before it's over, someone's going to get disappeared. Yeah, it's gonna be you, Staff B. So that's why I want to edit Soul's information while I still can, even just a little bit. For example, we could have it say Chaldea's backup was in fine shape, even after the terrorist attack. This amateur master we've been relying on was never more than a way to maintain servant contracts. I'm offended. Dr. Roman was the one who handled all the complex matters, including hero negotiations and so on. Dr. Roman couldn't negotiate with a paper bag. I know this is wrong, even up disgracing Soul's name, but he's been fighting alongside us over a year now. Don't you want to make sure he has a future? I do have a future, and it's here! You, however, Staff B, you do not have a future here. Or you, Staff A, apparently. Jeez. They're all betraying me. Medea. I feel you. I get what she feels now. She's been betrayed by so many, and so have I. Where do I start? Let's start with Orleans, where the first singularity was. Ah, I see. Well, they've actually got the right idea. After everything, there's no doubting that Soul is a hero who saved the world, so now that the Association knows his talent, they're not going to leave him alone. Assuming, of course, that we just hand over the raw data. I don't want Senpai to get caught up in political battle either. But it's not fair that nobody will know he saved the world. Hello, Akabara Kuroshimi. Hello. Haven't missed much. Just Staff A and Staff B are, they should not be getting it. They should not have gotten any Valentine's chocolates from me, you know? I want to watch what you don't watch spoils. Fair enough. Fair enough. If you don't want the spoils, then that's completely fine. But thanks for coming in regardless. But don't worry, Mash. People will know that I saved the world. Senpai? You all know the truth. He's right. You know Mash. So do I. So does the entire Chaldea staff and Romani. Yes, because we are still in denial about Romani. Oh, hello. Somebody just followed. Just, you don't have to say my name if you can't say it. It's fine, Akabara. It's fine. Thank you for following. The VOD will be up here and on Twitch if you want to catch it then, when you are ready. But thanks for the follow, dude. But, we're still in denial over Romani being dead. I guess I am in denial as well. And don't forget the many servants he formed contracts with. Heroes, anti-heroes, the servants who gathered at the Temple of Time, they certainly know. I bet even Goetia gets it. Each and every one of them knows exactly who is responsible for saving the world. So, what Da Vinci's saying is that probably, when I die, I probably have a place on the throne of heroes then. Right? That's what I'm hearing here. Excuse me. We probably are on the throne of heroes somewhat. Sweetness. Hair expect Godot? Yes. And that is more than enough. Better than the Beast Gudako. Heroic Spirit Gudo versus the Beast Gudako. I hope you never change, Senpai. I really, truly respect you. You're amazing. Besides me, there's few others I can think of who are sure to testify that you saved the world. There's Saint Jean d'Arc, Maiden of Orleans, Nero Claudius, the Roman Emperor, Francis Drake, the Great Pirate, Mordred, the Treacherous Knight, Florence Nightingale, the Mother of all Nurses, Bedivere, one of King Arthur's faithful knights, and King Gilgamesh, the Golden King of Heroes. You couldn't ask for a much better testimony than that. Oh yeah, we're totally getting into the Throne of Heroes, man. I hope I can summon myself as a heroic spirit. Well, that would be weird. Of course, it's possible that they have no memories of their summoning once they return to the throne. Fo! Yes, what is it, Fo? Oh, you want a snack? Fo! Fo kind of seems more innocent these days, doesn't he? Yeah, more innocent. More innocent. Fo sacrificed his sentience. This is gonna go by a blast. Good to hear. I still couldn't beat the last challenge quest that just ended. Yeah, that one was a toughie, dude. That one was a toughie, Akabara. I had to cheese it myself with Gramps, Waver, and Memeland support. Pardon the cough, by the way. Now then. They're going to start investigating Chaldea pretty soon, so I think I'm going to make my escape. You two can stay here and make sure the whole room is nice and clean. See you later. Next year you can solo it with Jean after her buff comes in, though. Yeah, I did hear Jean d'Arc gets a buff to her Noble Phantasm. It doesn't inflict stun to herself, right? Okay, good luck, Da Vinci, but try not to slack off too much, okay? And clears debuffs? Nice. That is actually pretty good. Okay, Senpai, shall we get back to cleaning? Looks like... Look, there's still all those Halloween and Christmas decorations piled up in the corner. Excuse me. We should put those away, too. Let's do it, Mash. Yes, Master. Woo! Excuse me. There, that looks much better. Now, what next? I've got it. We should take this chance to clean the other rooms, so they'll be ready when the servants come back. Uh-oh. That's probably not good. What the... Yeah. Pardon me for the cough. Oh. What's going... Soul, Mash. It's an emergency. I need you to come to the command room right away. Let's go, Senpai. Oh no, the last time these alarms went off, everything went boom, 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 boom! Not again, not again, not again! I can't let Mash get trapped underneath something again! Staff A, I can't pinpoint the Singularity's location. It appears to be confined to an incredibly small area. Analyze its wavelength. Find out if it's similar to the other Singularities. I found it. It's 74% similar to Singularity F. Okay, now filter the analysis to major Japanese cities. How long will that take? Give me 5 minutes. I've got Shiba's observation results. Foundation of humanity fluctuation is over 30%, almost the same as the 7 singularities. Although, that's strange, something's off. Off? Off how? I'm sorry, it may be just my imagination. I've seen 7 singularities over the past year, and something about this new one just strikes me as odd. Don't dismiss your intuition, I want you to think about what it is until you remember. Yes, ma'am, I'll start comparing the singularities right away. I've got it now. It's in Tokyo. It's the Shinjuku ward. That is small. Shinjuku is just a single ward in the entire capital city, right? The year is 1999. 1999. I don't remember any historic events taking place then. No, it was a perfectly ordinary year. There was no events that could result in a singularity, but... Translations are off? How so? That's actually quite odd that they mistranslated so badly. Mash is going to be dying, replaced with staff member B. No! Akabara, no! That cannot happen! Mash is my precious Kohoi. Nobody can have her but me. Nobody. Staff member B, I don't care about him. He doesn't get any chocolates. He wants to downplay my abilities. Soul reporting for duty. Mash Firelight reporting for duty. Soul, Mash. What in the world? We've got another singularity. But isn't Goetia... Yes, we know this shouldn't even be possible. Goetia's gone and the 7 singularities were all repaired. However, one thing always bothered me. The fact that singularities pose a threat from the moment of their occurrence. Look, you've been going around quashing every little singularity that popped up this past year, right? Those occurred because the emergence of the 7 singularities created some major time distortions, which in turn affected the other timelines. And just because the 7 singularities were repaired doesn't mean those distortions simply disappeared. That said, I couldn't have foreseen that until the appearance of another singularity on par with those. Anyway, you slice it, it's just not good. This is just not good. And to make matters worse, the people of the Mages Association we're supposed to send still aren't here. Which means... it's up to me. Oh, yeah. Already told the UN and the Association this will be part of the Demon God Pillar incident cleanup. They weren't totally on board with it, but they should be satisfied once we send them the data. So on that note, Soul, it's time for you to step up and save the world again. You usually skip the story, Akabara? Dude, it's awesome. There are some stories that are weaker than others, I suppose. There are others. You know Japanese, Misaki? Very nice. Main idea is just the same, it's not the way it should be worded, so bad word choices. Ah. Okay, so just some bad word choices, not really mistranslating anything. So the idea still gets across, that's good. You mean, Senpai has to fight again? Well, I don't think any master who's unfamiliar with what it's like in a singularity would stand much of a chance here. After all, it looks like this new singularity is just as abnormal as the other 7. I think so too. But that's exactly what I think, Senpai. I mean, Master shouldn't go. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. But the fact remains that right now, Soul's the only Master we've got. I don't think there is any leader of Chaldea right now. Maybe Da Vinci? Thankfully, we still have some servants here, too. I'll ration them along with you, so you won't have to worry about anything while you get to the bottom of this. So that's where we stand. Da Vinci! Don't worry, Mash. I promise. I'll come back. Senpai. The coffin is ready. We're good to go at any time. Good, I'll be straight with you. The situation is dire and we have no clue what's going on. Mash should have a good idea of what Romani's role was by now, right? You need to verify Soul's existence so that he doesn't disappear. His vitals will be in constant state of flux. Don't take your eyes off them. If any start to show abnormal values, edit them immediately. You won't be able to sleep until things calm down. In some ways, this may be harder than ray shifting. But no matter how dire it gets, focus on your master's data and keep validating his it. Keep validating his it. That's a mistranslation, I think. Oh, no one's the current director, but we find out in a year time? Ah. Yeah, I'm sure nothing will happen in that time indeed, Akabara. Nothing will happen. That's the best thing you can do for Soul right now. How about it? Are you up for it? I am. I vow to support Senpai as best as I possibly can, or my name isn't Mash Firelight. Let's both give it our all. I really hate that I can't fight alongside you, but these orders from Dr. Roman are important too. I promise to do my very best to carry them out. Good. Now I won't have to worry about that part of this job. Delegating is the best. Oh, Da Vinci. Da Vinci, whatever it is you're thinking, I don't like it. Let's get to it then. Shinjuku, Tokyo, 1999. This should be one of the safest times and places in history, but now something's going on there. I know that telling you this is like trying to tell me how to paint. Watch your step out there, Soul. Roman! Master Candidate, number 48, Soul. If you wish to save humanity, if you wish to have a future beyond 2018, then you alone must face these 7 singularities in human history. Are you prepared to do this? Can you shoulder the burden of Chaldea and humanity's future? How pathetic. Looks like I'm the only one who hasn't yet to be mentally prepared. But that's coming to an end right now. That look on your face, Soul, it cheered me up. As the acting director of Chaldea, I order you to enter the coffins. Please put an end to this absurd scheme. Prove that an endeavor as hollow as Solomon's simply needs to go up in flames without anyone ever knowing about it. Are you alright, Soul? Fine. Fine. Okay then, it's time to board the coffin. Starting on summon program. Commencing Spiriton conversion. Reshifting begins in 3, 2, 1. All systems are go. Analyze lost order. Commencing belt recast. I think that's a little bit racist there, Akabara. Pseudo Singularity I, Humanity Foundation value, question mark. Quarantine Territory Malice, Shinjuku. Also, by the way, why does Shinjuku sound so freaking familiar? I don't know why, but I feel like I've heard Shinjuku from an anime or something, like the Shinjuku province. Or Shinjuku, something, I don't know. It's just familiar to me for some reason. I can't put my finger on it, though. This map, though, that's, definitely an interesting map here. Black and white. Yoyogi 2 Com. Section 1 Singularity Landing. Caster class servants. You get a guest servant. Given that casters are the name of the game here. Total bond bonus for first Hassan. Huh. So some servants are getting bond boosts? Interesting. Evil servants get double bond. Ooh. In that case... Yes, MHX can get double bond. Sweetness. Kinto. Take that. Gramps. Take that. Evil servants get double bond. Sweetness. MHX can drop that. And Mash can get the Chaldea lunchtime. Even though Mash technically isn't with us in physicality, she's with me in spirit, okay? Even if she can't actually be here, she is here. And I won't hear any other words to the contrary. Section 1, Singularity Landing, Remnant. Saw that little faded text in the background there. Up. Master, please wake up. Mash? Mash in hologram form. Master, please get a hold of yourself. Oh no, not again. This is the 7th Singularity all over again. What's going on? There must be servants nearby. Let's ask them for help. This can't be right. All the servants that should have reshifted along with Soul have been sent flying. Soul doesn't have any servants to support him anymore. Oh, damn. That's not good. What, Da Vinci, you have to call him back. We can't. Singularity is establishing itself too quickly. We can't bring Soul back until he fixes the era. Oh, hello, the best kind of hype. Not much is up. The best kind of hype. The sky is up. Akabara is correct. And we are quickly going down, though. We're going down, 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 till we become splat on the ground. We'll give it a shot, but I don't think we can do it before he hits the ground. Master! Well, shoot. How did it come to this? Ah, yes. Save the falling boy. That is precisely the girl's role in the soon-to-be That is precisely the girl's role in this soon-to-begin story of love and hope, the meet cute, as it were. Soon enough, you'll be off gallivanting about with your new love, doing your best to fix the singularity, or perhaps not. Truly a lovely story, a grand take. Unfortunately, though, your rescuer is neither a dapper young gentleman nor a beautiful young lady. Oh, thank God. I was worried that we were going to have Mash be having jealousy issues here, but instead we're having an old man with butterfly on his shoulder saving us. You must content yourself with yours truly, a rather shady-looking old man. Yes, thank you. That is the word I meant to say. My, impressed you have the wherewithal to mind your manners at a time like this. You must be exceptionally polite, or exceptionally foolish. You know, this isn't the first time I've fallen, so, manners, you know, when you've fallen like this before, yeah. Let us hope for the former. Now for the landing. Whew. That was no mean feat for a gentleman of 50 or thereabouts. But I brought it off perfectly? Brought it off perfectly. That's weird. Not that I would expect anything less of myself. Right then, how are you holding up? No brain damage? Nerves alright? Bones intact? Pardon my lack of manners. I must have been scrutinizing you rather closely. Well, don't mind me, I'm just a dried-up old man. Not much different from being inspected by a machine. The important part, of course, is to be certain that you are still fit and able. Excellent. Now that we know you are well, welcome to Hell, Master of Chaldea. Hell? Hell looks a lot more civilized than I thought it would be. And definitely more civilized than last time I was here. Just take a look at what happened to the city. Thugs? Well, one of those things, you know, one of those things I'd expect to see in a Japanese city, no offense meant. The third one, you know, maybe under a rare case, but that second one, I think it's a little bit early in time for those kinds of things to be roaming around in a Japanese city. And it's a lot less developed than I thought. What is all this? This is like one of my Japanese animes. Oh yeah. Spellcasters, demonic beasts, sentient mannequins, and pseudo-soldiers known as hornets. Almost all the good people have died off, leaving only the worst of the worst. A fin de siecle, in every sense of the word. Cut off from the outside world, the city has become a prison, a horrific cesspool, unutterably vile. We call it Shinjuku, the quarantined territory of malice. Shinjuku. Quarantined territory of malice? It seems the time has come to reveal Shinjuku's first secret. It's nothing earth-shattering, but go on. See for yourself. Is that a wall? It's surrounding all of Shinjuku, just like the one that encircled Uruk. No, this seems to be made out of better materials. Right you are, it's a wall, and yes, it does indeed surround Shinjuku. So what's beyond the wall, you ask? Nobody knows. No transmissions come in, no transmissions go out. I thought that everything burned down, humanity was incinerated. We are currently unable to analyze anything but Shinjuku. Shiba can barely make out the scattered remains of the wards that neighbor Shinjuku. Otherwise, the outside of the wall appears to be the same as the periphery of the singularities during the incineration. So that's just the... So the wall is just a figment to represent the boundaries here. Okay. If the worst of the worst are still alive, and you're still alive... You haven't found out anything. Nothing has been discovered by you, Akabara. Your conclusion draws no merit. None at all. I am not the worst of the worst, after all. Excuse me, what's that? Excuse me, but what's that tower over there to the west? Tower. Ah, that tower. It's not really complete, to be fair. Don't remember that being there. I've never been to Shinjuku, though. Though I swear, it does sound like something from an anime. I swear I've heard that before. Hey, Cerny person, do you know what that is? Oh, I believe you find that is the lair of the one who'll be your nemesis here. But I'm afraid you won't be getting there anytime soon. I'm sure you understand that in stories such as ours, the path to the villain is circuitous. That's a word. At best. So you mean the path's cut off before it reaches there? What about hopping along the rooftops? I'm afraid that would make you easy pickings for the enemy servants. Servants? Of course there's enemy servants. Yeah, who are you? That's a good point. Yes, I think it's about time you told us that. I see. I suppose it would only be proper for me to tell you my true name now. But remember this, young master of Chaldea. Usually a servant must keep their true name hidden. After all, revealing it also means revealing their weaknesses. The more invincible or renowned hero's myth seems, the more certain they are to have a weakness. Mythology, after all, does sometimes have its plot devices. Sometimes the bigger the monster, the easier it is dispatched. Thus, the custom among us servants of calling each other by our class names in typical Holy Grail wars. Though I am given to understand that there was no time for that sort of thing during the restoration of humanity. Of course, with any number of masters urgently shouting, Archer attack, Archer heal, and Archer defend, one could be forgiven for getting a little confused. Nonetheless, in this singularity, revealing one's true name could well prove fatal. Are we clear on that, young man? As such, I can tell you my class name to facilitate easy communication, but I cannot yet reveal my true name. I hope you'll understand. It isn't... Shinjuku's in the middle of Tokyo? Still, it sounds familiar, like I've heard it from an anime or a game before, I could swear. Who are you, Foxy Grandpa? Hey, I get that reference. Almost forgot this was a mobile game with the story and all. He's... my Dr. Eyes. FGO is basically a... FGO basically a visual novel with gameplay at this point. Well, oh yeah. Heck, I mean... yeah, there's no real better way to put it than a visual novel at this point. Except, you know, there's not really... there is dialogue choices, but it doesn't seem to lead to any different endings. Which is probably a good thing, all things considered. But, understood, I suppose. Ah, the perfect answer. Small wonder it was you who saved the world. Very well, then. I shall tell you my class name. I'll even be more specific to help make it a proper appellation. My class is Archer. Here I am known, or so I am told, as the Archer of Shinjuku. Of course, you may simply call me Archer, if you're sure you won't find it confusing. Don't you think that sounds a little like... like the name of a Kabushiko host, you say? The game would probably be way too big for a mobile game if they put in multiple routes. Oh yeah. How does this Gramps know so much? There can't be different endings if there is no end. Very true, Akabara. Very true. But yes, how does he know? How does this grandpa, with a giant butterfly on his shoulder, know so much? I cannot blame you for thinking so. This butterfly ensemble does seem to have been made with an eye to garnering female attention. Not that I ever had any interest in or luck with women even when I was alive, of course. Alright then, let us begin our trip into hell. An archer class, huh? I would have guessed you were a caster. You're a sharp one, aren't you? Even my spirit origin wonders if I wasn't originally supposed to be a caster. You know what? Never mind that for the moment. I may seem otherwise, but I am most assuredly an archer. And by 1999, you don't even need to wait around for Engalmois. If all the weapons of mass destruction scattered around the world were to activate, we'd be done for. Of course, it's usually the case that doesn't happen. Theoretically, that's even how it should be. Without something akin to divine intervention, destroying the world should have been impossible. Without something akin to divine intervention, destroying the world should have been an impossible dream. But now, the world's so small it can fit in the palm of your hand. That certainly simplifies matters. Today, each and every one of us has the potential to destroy the world. How things change. Ah, my apologies. Listen to me rambling when we should focus. Talks like a bad guy, dresses in modern-day clothing, looks like a caster. I'm drawing a blank. Really, Da Vinci? You're drawing a blank? Okay. No look of the woman, press X. Oh yeah, that's the way you want to do it. That's the best way. Sorry about that. At any rate, Master of Chaldea, you may want to take a few steps back from where you're standing. What with the net and all. Net? Oh, not again. Damn, I missed. Is that wire mesh or something? Master, pick up several hostile-looking entities. You need to get out of there immediately. No, just hold your horses, young miss. This is an excellent opportunity to truly understand what's happened to Shinjuku. But I will, of course, assist. It is the very reason I saved the young master here, after all. Think of it as my audition of sorts. Right, we got him. Hey, over here, guys. What a handsome guy. I can't wait to mess him up. Those are no run-of-the-mill ruffians. Are they enchanted? How can ordinary humans in 1999 do that? An excellent question. The answer is that they are not, in fact, ordinary. There are spellcasters that have managed to survive this living hell. Only the truly wicked can survive in Shinjuku as it is now. Anyone lacking that vicious virtue meets with the oppression or death. Order is long since gone. Chaos is all that remains. Kill them. If their bodies are clean, the necromancer will give us a good price for them. Now then, Master of Chaldea. Now that you are in this evil world awash with sin and the breath of punishment, what do you have to show me? Join me first, and then I'll show you. Of course. Well then, this should certainly be diverting. Alright, Master. Give me your orders. Yeah, not the whole ensemble, but I would definitely wear that, like, shoulder single arm cape. I've always kind of wanted to wear something like that, or a proper cloak would be cool to actually have one of. I used to have a trench coat when I was younger, but then I grew taller. I was very short when I was younger, though, so that's not really saying much. Alright, Normal Phantasm. Decreased defense. In fact, increases with overcharge for single enemy and deal significant damage to single enemy. Level 10 skill. Free Shooter. Ignore invincibility. Increase C-star gather rate for 1 turn. End of the Spider's Web A++. Level 6. Usable only when there are 10 C-stars or more. Increase MP gauge, strength, and decrease by 10 crit stars. Interesting. I'll have Kentucky charge up really quick. Let's see what your moves count looks like. What your NP gen is. What the heck was that? I can't scroll over. Did he just turn a coffin into a frickin' gun or something? If so, that is awesome and I want one of those. Don't have a cloak, missing out? Yeah, I know. Okay, that's actually a pretty good amount of NP gain there. It's ready, but unfortunately this dude's MP generation stats aren't the best. I don't know, I mean, he went up to, like, 60% from 0. Yeah, he went up to 61% from 0 right off the bat, so it's not terrible at the very least. Granted, that was with a pure arts chain, so, you know, maybe. It is a 50% though. That is actually quite interesting. You're rolling? I'm gonna wait until the singularity is done before I make any rolls myself. Just so I'm ready. But he's an arts-based archer. Level 85. It's an odd level, so I'd probably peg him as a 4-star, maybe, in that case. Beyond that, though, he's a fairly fair mystery. Let's... He's the SSR? Oh, he's a 5-star, so he's just not fully leveled then. Okay. It's just weird that he's stuck at level 85 and not 90 then. Do that to you. This Kentucky will wipe out this first one, no issue. And then do it like that. And let's see how things turn. Yes, you need your doctor to live closer. So you want him to live in your house then. Fair. Kentucky just crushing them. That was a pretty cool looking Noble Phantasm, I will not lie. That was pretty sweet looking. So, single target arts-based archer, 5-star. Noble Phantasm decreases their defense. I don't know what he said, but that was kind of funny sounded. Noble Phantasm decreases defense. We leveled up and got a ton of useless AP. And we get Mystic Spinal Fluids, a potion to turn an ordinary human into a mage. When injected with the spine, it creates temporary artificial magic circuits. Huh. That's interesting. Fairly interesting. Those mats are annoying. You need so many of them. All enemies defeated. Well done, Master. Hey, Mash. Got a second? What is it? Do you have any idea what the Archer Shinjuku's true name might be? No, I'm afraid not. Not only am I the world's most eminent artist, but I'm also the world's foremost authority on servants. And that one doesn't line up with anything I know. Even if I narrow down even if I narrow the scope to either archers or casters, there's always something off about him. Yes, I think so too. I get the feeling that he's not just hiding his name. He might even be disguising his class. You too, huh? Still, I can understand mistaking, say, a saber for a berserker. But mistaking a caster for an archer? That seems unlikely. And then there's his fighting style. Yes, I wondered about that too. An archer who uses bullets? Naturally, I've got a few ideas, but he doesn't line up with any of them. At any rate, we should keep trying to find out who he is, but don't say anything about this to Soul. Understood. I'll continue to investigate his identity while this operation is underway. I honestly do not know who this is. Like I said, I know some servants in the future, but I keep story-related stuff to myself, or away from myself. I don't read the story, so story-based servants are unknown to me. Damn it, you'll pay for this. Talk about cliche. All done. I must say, one truly feels one's years when being summoned at this age to fight in battle. Weren't you summoned in your prime, though? That's how most servants are summoned, right? You've got me there. I suppose this must be me in my prime. I am in excellent shape, and this weapon, this coffin, certainly makes it easy to hit whatever I happen to aim for. Now is your prime? Are you certain? Right you are, young knight. I have no memory whatsoever of being young during my prime. Young knight, so he knows that Mash has Galahad in her then? In fact, ever since I got older, my memory has been hazy and fragmented. It really is quite troubling. Why was I fighting here, I wonder? For just... Oh, that's what I want to know, I guess. I pressed the wrong one. I suppose you would, wouldn't you? At any rate, I take it you now understand how truly awful this Shinjuku is? So, Archer of Shinjuku, now that things have calmed down a bit, I was hoping we could have a chat. Yes, I certainly understand. You want to know more about what's going on in Shinjuku here, don't you? And I'm sure you especially want to know how it's unusual, and where history may have gone astray. Well, before we get to that, why don't we make a deal? I will tell you the truth about this city. In return, you pay me accordingly. Yeah, cash or credit, dude. Because I don't carry cash on me. Neither, really. What I want from you is trust. I want to hear you say you trust me and also act accordingly. In all my life, there is only one thing which I've been trusted absolutely, and you are not it. Do you think you can trust me? Somebody asking for trust. Let's see. Well, most of the singularities, the first servant we met with, that wasn't an issue. But in Solomon, we met with Enkidu pretty early on, and it turned out to not be really Enkidu and be Kingu. But that was more of a false flag operation. We don't really know who this dude is. So, let's say we want to trust him. Yeah, that's probably the safer option. So it's not that you don't trust me, it's that you want to, eh? Good. If you had agreed to trust me right away, I would have packed up and gone home immediately. Not that I have a home to go to, of course! That smug look is infuriating. That wasn't really a smug look. That was more like a, just... I don't know. That was not smug, though. No, this is just how I look natural. At any rate, neither of us trust the other yet. But I think there's one big thing we can agree on. And there's some capitalization errors there from a period that we should be capitalized. Tarnation! The light works. You gotta get your shit together. We cannot permit Shinjuku to remain as it is. Evil cannot be permitted to rampage unchecked. I think it's safe to say we're on the same page there. For now, yeah. Delightful. Then I shall do my utmost to earn your trust, and you may demonstrate what you're capable of. You commanded numerous servants and triumphed over the 7 singularities, right? That must mean you're not the last master in the world. You're also the greatest. Now that I must see for myself. I mean, I suppose I am the greatest master. Oh, Dante's. Month X, Day Y, Dante's Journal. To be frank, good cannot survive here. Here, good is fragile and unreliable. Cooperation is impossible, therefore no choice remains but to rely on others. Reliance makes for less than the sum of its parts, as evil will always refuse good. A cat, all skin and bones, has summoned the last of its strength, consuming dog's remains. Its gaze is as sharp and deadly as a knife. The rats nearby, waiting for scraps, dare not approach. The person draws near, hoping to beat the cat to death, devour both it and the dog. Then the rats come, swarming over the three larger creatures until even the bones are gone. That's not morbid at all. Evil consumes both good and evil alike, annihilating each other with equal disdain. To survive here, one must either possess great power or move in a group of like-minded comrades. Unfortunately for me, being a part of a group is not something I excel at. So what am I to do? My investigation of Shinjuku is proceeding apace. Though the knowledge of Shinjuku imparted to me differs greatly from the reality of its insides, the premises of its external structure remains largely intact. I think for the last one, we're automatically the best and the worst. Not necessarily. For example, if you're the last one in the Holy Grail War, that means you're the survivor, which means the first one to die was the worst one, and the last one to die was the best one. Considering we were the last master candidate to arrive, but the only one to survive Lev's genocide, we're better than all those scrubs. All those other master candidates hold nothing to us. Also, apparently Dante's is here. I guess he did get out of the prison tower. There are ruins where buildings should be, and collapsed husks where houses should be. However, there's something different about that building. What could it be? I honestly don't know, Dante's. Month X Day Z, Dante's journal. I have confirmed the presence of a visitor from Chaldea. He is now being accompanied by another. His situation is more perilous than he realizes, for that one's heart is pure evil. Believe me, I would know, for evil is as evil does. From the moment he was born, he only knew contempt. To him, love has always been a foreign concept. That's why I find him standing at his side to be so frightening. However, if he were to find out what I was up to, I would lose the element of surprise. At the moment, my sole advantage is that nobody knows I'm here. We still believe the singularity to become some sort of mistake, the result of mere coincidence. No, no, no! This has all been meticulously planned out from the beginning, with his involvement. It had to be. Good, that'll do nicely. So, it sounds like the antagonist of this is somebody that Dante's knows, then. Somebody potentially related to his legend. Perhaps whoever it was that framed him originally. To be completely honest, I'm not too familiar with the Monte Cristo, or however it's pronounced. So, it might be that person, whoever it is. I know he was framed, but that's pretty much it. Backstreet. Millennium Trap. Is it like the Millennium Council? The Count of Monte Cristo? That's the name of it. Yeah, that's the name of the book, or whatever it is. Assassin. Sorry, Archer of Shinjuku, didn't mean to do that. Okay, I'm just scrambling them all up. We want Gramps in the lead to fight Assassin with Assassin. And yeah, this'll do. Alright, let's go. So Assassins this time. I'm guessing we're gonna get the dolls one. We just drink milk and move forward. Hashtag let's go milk boys. Ooh. Well. They could have done better with the silhouetting here, to be completely honest. Because, yeah. This is like playing Who's That Pokemon after the Pokemon was just literally just showed to you. I mean, who knows? Maybe it could be like that one episode where it's, who's that Pokemon? It's obviously Voltorb. No, it's an Electrode. It's a Jigglypuff from above. Hello, Rider. Hello, Archer. Hello, and hello, Assassin. You should know that the barrier picked up a signal earlier. It seems that Chaldea sent a master here to restore humanity, just as we expected. I hacked the Ratius coordinates to make him fall, but I'm afraid it didn't go so well. So what's our plan now? Sorry for the yawn. Whoever this is has a very... No. Okay, this must be Ryder? Yeah, because they're riding something. Calm yourself, Ryder. Not that I blame you for being enraged. Could we go after them? Ha ha ha. I bet he's just raring to go. To Ryder, everyone's an enemy, including us. He's gonna be more stoked about having an enemy he can just openly kill. Besides, didn't you pretty much figure that that'd be his response after being told about Chaldea? Well, more or less. So what exactly are you planning to do with this whole league thing? If it were me, I'd just kill him before he could see it coming. Want to do that, please? He'll do it if you like. Hell, I'll do it if you like. What do you think, other Archer? You already know what I'm gonna say, Professor. Look inside yourself and you'll know the best course of action. Just tell me who to kill. Okay, so outside of the main villain, the silhouettes here do have me guessing. Yes, you do have a point. I'm certainly not the type to let another's opinion change my chosen course of action. At any rate, Chaldea is finally involved. I've been waiting for this for thousands of years? Thousands of years, huh? That's quite a bit of time you've been waiting, dude. Have you been stuck in any temporal anomalies recently? No, I shouldn't let my personal feelings show. I'll have to keep them in check. In any case, I've been expecting this. As such, I have a plan in place. First, Berserk will go on a rampage, then Ryder will track him down. If he manages to survive even that, then it will be your turn, Assassin. You got it. Let's see, that would mean I go third? Oh man, why do I have to start late? Silhouettes, give me the heebie-jeebies. Yeah, this silhouette is quite... The first silhouette, Ryder silhouette, was quite intimidating when I realized that the small skinny thing wasn't its head, but its mount. And the Archer, the sleek, smooth look, I'd honestly expect that Archer to be the Assassin. I mean, just look at... It's like there's no real definition. It even looks like he's got a gun there. What about me? I'd like you to handle the flying squad. After all, you're my biggest miscalculation. Ooh. Miscalculation? Eh? Well, that's nice. Now that I've been summoned here, I know what I have to do. Sow chaos across the world and rain evil down from the sky? Piece of cake, right? Piece of cake, eh? You do realize it's very different from your previous position, right? Heh, you're lucky you got me. Make the most of it. After all, it didn't take you long to lose your saber and lancer. Even Darken, those heroic spirits never lost their pride. Getting two bad servants right off the bat, you may be a master of calculation, but your luck is awful. I make it a point not to count on something as unreliable as luck in my calculations. And from that moment on, you were my miscalculation. You were the one that killed Saber and Lancer so quickly, after all. Not that I don't appreciate it. Don't worry about it. Consider it my sales pitch for my new master. I had accounted for losing all three of my knights at worst. Even having one of them survive is a win in my book. But that does mean my initial calculations were way off. After all, you still haven't disposed of it. So, phantom spirits are also brainwashing devices, eh? Nah, I don't think so. At least I hope not. Maybe I should, though. But don't worry, Professor. Even if I am brainwashed, I still made it my mission to kill you. I appreciate your honesty. At any rate, phantom spirits are nothing more than ability enhancers, much like a mage's essences. Now I see. No wonder you're an archer. He must never have stood a chance against your magical bullets. In which case, there's no need to transplant the phantom spirit. I've always been nameless, and a botched transplant could also affect my spirit origin. But it's perfectly safe. I didn't spend 3,000 years developing it for nothing, you know. 3,000 years? Eh? How patient of you. Where are you going? With Chaldea here, the battle is certain to get even more explosive. I thought I would double-check the sniper spot I picked out earlier before that happens. Oh, I see. Good man. One can never be too careful, after all. I wonder who it was that said 2 + 2 always equals 4. I'm glad you're on my side. Amiya! Amiya? Amiya. Yeah, my thought exactly the best kind of hype. Wait, what? We'll get to know more about him in the CCC event, I think. Amiya Alter. Huh. Amiya Alter. So, interesting. Oh, yeah, it does say Amiya Alter. I completely missed that. Amiya Alter. Huh. Hashtag milk voice, hold your ground. Normally I would say thank you for that compliment, except I can't trust a thing you say. With all your lies and deceit, the only thing I know about for sure is that you're evil. There's a reason he became like this? Well, I look forward to finding out why. Geez, for a guy who looks like a dealer, he sure has a stick up his butt. That may be, but he's so much easier to deal with than you, assassin. After all, he's always calculating too, with a fairly complex formula at that. The answer, however, is simple. Once you figure that out, you understand him, and the formula no longer confuses you. Now that I've figured out its entirety, of course, but in that sense, I find dealing with you to be far more troublesome. Me? Really? I mean, I know I'm biased and all, but I feel like there ain't many guys that is easy to understand as me. You mean it when you said you intended to kill me earlier, didn't you? You bet I did. Your formula is fairly simple, but the result is so bizarre I can't understand it. Is that a compliment? Absolutely. I see. In that case, thanks. I never did get many compliments when I was alive, especially from my master. That said, I don't believe your result would affect my final calculation. I have my magical bullets, I have my barrel. Now I just need one yet-to-be-defined element, and my formula will be complete. Shakespeare. Oh, Shakespeare, dude. You don't look too good there, man. The chains don't suit you, my man. Shakespeare, chains don't suit you, dude. Excuse me. Does that mean you're not going to let me out of here until this formula of yours is done? Of course not, Mr. Shakespeare. But don't let it get you down, even compared to the other worlds. Humanity here is far outside the norm. Every one of the stories, characters, and monsters you write or have written actually exist here. Don't you feel honored that your work has such an impact? Even if I'm half alter, I can't say the prospect excites me. I mean, think about it. This is like a wondrous world of fantasy, fiction, and dreams somewhat separate from Shinjuku, right? And you excelled at the theater, as I recall, which is largely the same thing. The monsters that appear in my plays are only ever human. Even Caliban from my own The Tempest was nothing but a man in makeup. Monsters are monstrous because they cannot be defined. There they elect lies and being unable to see them. Having actual monsters escape into reality would be nothing less than a nightmare. If I were my normal self, I would recite some long-winded lines for my works, but now that I've been inverted, I won't stand for it. So if all I can do here is wail and repent, then that is what I shall do. That's the only part of you affected by the inversion, huh? Then you must be quite the good Samaritan. Not at all, I simply love the patterns that humans produce. Even if my alignment is now inverted, that writer's instinct remains the same. As such, Professor, I don't believe you and I will ever reach an understanding. I see. But I'm afraid you shall continue to suffer in there. Fortunately for me, I never expect you to cooperate with your own free will. If anything, I expect you'll gladly betray me the moment something new strikes your fancy. You've got me there. A little tip from an old criminal. The seeds of deception are best planted well in advance. Oh, and while you're here, I'd like you to keep mass-producing kingly ears. They are quite useful. Well, this is quite the fix. No sooner do I answer the summon than I find myself in the middle of purgatory. I didn't think I had done anything so terrible as to deserve this, but perhaps I have. When we are born, we cry that we are to come into this great stage of fools. Great, now I've gone and done something my usual self would do. So that's Shakespeare Alter. Gotta say, he doesn't pull off chains well. Oh, look, it's Archer of Shinjuku, the totally guy that we weren't just seeing the silhouette of. Now then, there are of course numerous other life forms besides ruffians hiding in this Shinjuku. 1999 or not, you'll see all sorts of demonic beast-like creatures coming out of the woodwork. There are Yakuza who know magecraft, rich people with chimeras for pets. Mannequins that attack you. The city may well have more ghosts than people. Is that a baby crying? That is indeed a baby crying. I can honestly say I never expected to hear that in Fate Grand Order. Wild dogs are attacking. Yeah, let's stop those. Doggos attacking babies are not a good thing. No, you have to save it. That's exactly. Huh? Wait a moment. Go. Go on. Go away, doggos. Master, you should take that baby somewhere safe. Master? It's a doll. What were you thinking, running off on your own like that? Good lord! An explosion? Who the hell makes exploding baby dolls? I mean, outside of that one comic panel where the baby dolls and the grenades got mixed up at the factory. Unless that's the case here. Master, are you okay? I guess I'm alive at least. Thank goodness. Do try and be more careful, would you? My back just made the sound the back should never make. Sorry, dude. Yes, well, I certainly can appreciate the desire to help others. You cannot allow that desire to lead you by the nose. You must always be mindful of your surroundings. Think about it. Why is there no guardian nearby? Why was the baby crying at set intervals? For that matter, what parent would be so reckless as to bring their baby outside to this Shinjuku? These are the sort of questions you need to be asking yourself as you examine your surroundings. So we're not old man is still old man. I mean, you're not wrong there. Remember, meaning follows us wherever we go. Not why we live, but why we are where we are. Meaning in life can be added after the fact, but as of now, there is absolutely meaning in being here. You are here to repair the singularity. I, most likely, am here to help you. There are others here to stop you as well. You will need to consider these meanings and make a choice. Got it? Now stand up. Sir, yes, sir! Poor Doc needs to retire. Bow! Bow? Bowing? Be seated. No, I'm not a dog. Drat, so you didn't fall for it. Very well then, back to the discussion at hand. Think about that baby again. No matter how you look at it, that was no more than bait for a trap. You do understand that, right? Now, as we know it was a trap, we must ask ourselves who set it. Ah, here we find the answer. Master, Be careful, Master. I'm picking up 11 hostile signals near you. Is that a soprano? They're really good. It's the coloraturas. Hide, quickly. What are these things? They're the mannequins controlled by Christine, the puppet of the opera. They sing while killing people. So Mozart is gonna be an enemy. Oh god. Ah! Please don't! Ah! By the time they leave, not even corpses remain. Perhaps they use dead bodies for material? No. No! Save me! I say, that's one of the ruffians from earlier. Please, I don't want to die. Somebody save me! He's injured. That exclamation point. Well, now you stood your ground. I admire your spirit. Is this a trap too? Yes, and I'm afraid he's all but done for. Wait, I've analyzed his wounds and I don't believe they're fatal. That's not what I mean. The coloraturas are trying to lure us in. There's no way he could escape with those kinds of injuries. Right, Phantom of the Opera, not Mozart. What the heck was I thinking? And I just did Phantom's Valentine's thing just a few days ago. And I can't believe I made that mistake. It is late for me, though. The coloraturas are far quicker than any Shinjuku rat. He only escaped because they let him. It's the same tactic employed by modern-day snipers. You needn't always kill your target, but rather neutralize the threat they pose. Shoot their legs or stomach and keep them alive. That's enough on its own, but when their allies then come to help them, you can wound or kill them as well and increase the carnage exponentially. In other words, if we try to help that ruffian, they'll be all over us. Please, somebody, help me! Ah! Well done holding out, young master. Normally this is why we would make our retreat, but I can see that doesn't sit well with you at all. No, it does not. I do not just stand by and let people die. In that case, we'll begin slowly, silently, sneaking around. The coloraturas have frighteningly good hearing. We mustn't make a sound. Slowly, quietly, make your way around. Mr. Archer? Oh, heyo, Shaoqi. Doing good here, doing good. About an hour and a half into Shinjuku, probably gonna go for another half an hour, though. Mr. Archer, you just ruined this whole stealth approach while you were advocating not too long ago. No, that was not my fault. I blame all the trash scattered about the street. Stop making excuses, dude. Laughing to change subject. I guess now that we've been spotted, there's no turning back. Let's be about then, you overgrown marionettes. You just did a single roll and got Assassin of Shinjuku. Nice, CED. Very nice. Hashtag milk boys are not stealth boys. Apparently not. I guess we're not assassin class servants. Here are the coloraturas. Trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong with the interlude thingies. The interludes, I mean, those are more for servant strengthening purposes. Oh, that's unfortunate there. But yeah, the interludes are mainly more for buffs and free stuff. It's more the main quests, and if you need to increase your servants' levels, definitely farm daily quests when you get the chance. That's the kind of the best advice I can really give. Ow. That was a lot of critical hits. But yeah, definitely, since you are just starting out and new to FGO, I would take the servants you've got and definitely work on like getting their levels up to some pretty good spots. Oh, that was that's a dangerous little ability that dude has there. quite the dangerous little ability. Ignore or evade and a charge. Do I need first ascension on materials that each interlude shows? Sometimes the interludes do require ascension levels. Other times they do require a certain bond level to have been reached. Also, did he just wipe that enemy out that had evade on? Or was that only a one-hit evade? I honestly wasn't paying attention. We need to go pure DPS here, I think. Also, this old man is quite crazy sounding with his laughter. Let me just say that. Probably have NPs here. What am I saying? Probably. We definitely have the NPs here. I should have brought some. Yep. I should have brought Sanzong along here. Definitely should have brought Sanzong. Stun backline. I mean, like, it says first ascension. I got first ascension on my Tomo Kappa didn't unlock. Does that mean I need first ascension Amadeus for unlocking the Amadeus interlude? I meant, like, it says I need the first ascension. I got first ascension on Tomo Kappa. So that means I need ascension on it. Yes, you need the ascension on the proper servant to unlock their interludes. Yes, that is true. So if it's the Amadeus interlude, you do need first ascension on Amadeus, and so on, so forth, etc., etc., etc. Forthwith, to forth. Hut, hike. Okay then. I really don't want to take some big hits here. So Tamamo is gonna just not take a hit next round. And for this round, ooh, very nice crit there though. Ah, targeted the wrong unit. I was honestly hoping that was gonna go for Tamamo, but it's all well. And that's actually quite the bad setup here. Oh, I really want Gramps to use his NP on the boss. Or the final wave. Thank you, Shao K, for now following. It is greatly appreciated. And again, no problem for the help. Always happy to help where I need be. And if need be, I can also show my friend code. I could have swore I had it up there somewhere, though. Which could help you out further, if you need it. Because I do have quite the bevy of potent servants at my disposal. Just normal enemies. Darn. I was hoping for some more unique foes. Oh, well. Internet's about to get cut off. Ah. That's unfortunate, but thanks for coming out if you don't end up, if you're not ending up being here. Or if I'm offline when you do get back with the internet. It's been great talking with you, dude, if you don't get back here. But if you do, I'll see you in a bit. Be back in a few? Alright, see you in a bit then, Shaoki. Yes, the death proct. Love it when that happens. The death proct is always a pleasure. Alright, then. I have to admit, though, the enemies here are a lot tougher than I figured they would be. That, or I guess I just really don't have any good, offensive casters. Outside of Sanzang, who I probably should have brought along. I guess Mash really is here physically, not just in spirit. Okay. We need to actually be playing this smarter and not just using our default squad here. So, in other words, after this fight, we need to actually be using the proper servant affinities to get the most effect out of this. Because this fight took way longer than it probably should have. Alright, Kintoki's NP is ready to go. Not that it'll do much, but every little bit helps. And at the very least, we'll generate some crit stars here. Yeah, that's not as much damage. Well, that was pretty much about the damage I was thinking I was going to do there, to be honest. I was not expecting much. Hold off on that. Darn it. We can generate some NP for Gramps, I guess. Golden Drive, oh yeah. Kintoki is one of my best. And I am very happy with his performances so far. Gramps survived. And Kintoki took no damage there. That's actually kind of great. Kind of just awesome that he took nothing. Damage cut for the win. Oh, and there was the death! Yes! I love it when Gramps procs the death. Yes! Also, I did not realize I was generating so much bond. Damn, over 3,000. That basic attack proc, yes, it feels good. Ninth Kalatura defeated. The remaining two are still keeping their distance. They're holding position. What shall we do, Master? Master, I believe we should get ready to make our retreat. As such, Master, I would like you to find the optimal escape route for us. Huh? Are you saying? Who are these last two? Simple. A matriarch of sorts who holds sway over these marionettes and our loyal slave. Analyzing your surroundings to find optimal escape routes. However, I'm afraid the enemies are closing in quickly. Please try to hold out a little longer. In that case, perhaps we should try to speak with them to buy some time. By which, of course, I mean make excuses and beg for our lives. Are you good with that sort of thing, Master? If by good you mean absolutely terrible, then sure. We'll get Double Gramps' team up. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Welcome back, Shellcat. He may put his life on the line in everything he does, but he's never once begged for it. My, that certainly is brave. Although, seen in another light, it could be a kind of cowardice. Begging for one's life is something humans do to forestall their deaths as long as they can. You mustn't deny that. One should only go gentle until tonight when one is certain that it's their time. Oh, but somebody would be pretty good at buying time if you just let them keep talking. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Here they come. Spirit Originalis complete. It's the Phantom of the Opera. Although something about him seems off. And then there's that other servant. At least I think it's a servant. I can't tell for sure. Ah, Christine, my shining jewel, my dearest light. So how much have you invested in this game so far, if you don't mind me asking? Maybe 500? Maybe, I'd say. Yeah, probably around then. Probably around 500. I'm hoping to go full F2P. What do you think the chances are of getting anything good? I mean, I've seen some F2Ps that get some pretty good odds there, Shao Kai. I did decently as a free F2 player, but then I paid for the guaranteed quartz, and it's just like, oh, it feels kind of good to get this guaranteed stuff, you know? Maybe if I put a little bit more in, and it just sort of spirals a little bit from there. But you can totally play this completely F2P and have no issues, Shao Kai. What do you wish for? What do you desire? Not to mention, some of the free servants are actually quite good. Like, be sure to get Kentucky Rider, who you've seen at his finest when he comes around. And then this Christmas, there will be Jeanne d'Arc Santa Lily Lancer Altar. I pronounced it completely wrong, but she's also a good one. But the free servants can be quite good as well. I'm saying I'm not crazy, I'm crazy, I'm miasma, I'm human, I'm humanity, I'm a puppet, I'm a doll. Yes, I want life, I want vitality, I want blood, I want fresh blood. I want type A and type AB. I don't need type B. People need transfusions to live as people. They need soap boxes. If one life is lost, I can move one space forward and become human. If two lives are lost, I can move one space forward and become human. So one and two are the same. Yes, please give me life. Well, you seem to be out of. would seem to be out of luck. Christine is in quite a state today. Ah, Chaldea, Chaldea, you, Chaldea Master, Savior of the world. Please give me your life so that I may be saved too. Aha, now I see. Master, this is your fault. It's always my fault. Well, you did go and save the world, didn't you? If you can do that, then surely you must also have some mysterious power to save that bit of scrap. It's insane. What did you just say? What did you just call my beloved Christine? How dare you? I hate you. I'll kill you. I'll destroy you. Oh, Christine, my love, your fury is even hotter and more beautiful than the sun. I shall kill them. Yes, I shall destroy them. I'll tear them both limb from limb, assemble them anew. That will help them think about what they've done. Not a day goes by that I don't think about that. My conclusion, I'm complete. I'm perfect. I'm an intellectual. How intelligent, you ask? Enough to stall for the precise amount of time we need. Mash! I found your optimal escape route. Follow my instructions and get out of there, Master. Excellent. Then here's the last bit of stalling. Why, it's those magical bullets, so that means you are the same, even if your ends are polar opposite. Missed, you missed. Not at all. Here comes the boom. I've always wanted to say that. That gas station just blew up. Quick, now's your chance. Very well. So it's two sides of the same coin scenario then. Okay. I'm getting the idea here of why... Okay. That was indeed a perfect getaway. Phantom and Christina right on... Oh, take a right there, Senpai. Just a moment, Mash. Isn't this a highway? Yes, it's Japan National Route 20. I see. I'm afraid with all that's happened, there are a few things I may have forgotten to mention. Firstly, I apologize for that oversight. Secondly, I really should have told you this right away, but... It seems that many of the servants who tuned evil out here have agreed to divide and conquer, as it were. Which means... the highway, as you call it, is now their territory. Oh no. Whose territory did we just stumble upon? Whose? Route 20, Road Reaching Monster. This will probably be this final section we do, to be completely honest, just because it is getting late. Rider class Servant. We'll keep with this setup because assassins beat riders. And yeah. Road Raging Monster. There's an unwritten rule here in Shinjuku about what you to do when the terrible hell rings out. If the howl is far away, you're safe. If it's close, you run away. It doesn't matter if you are fighting for your life, mugging an innocent, or being mugged yourself. When you hear its howl nearby, you drop whatever you are doing and flee as fast as you can. As far as an unwritten rule goes, this one is absolute. Oh boy, that doesn't sound fun. Oh, thank you, the best kind of hype, for following. Oh. He looks freaking awesome. Uh-oh, it's closer than I thought. Run! I'm guessing it's too much to ask. Okay, I'll carry you so you can focus on that tremendous mission. Come on. Strong, Grandpa, strong! I just picked up an enormous spirit origin reading out of nowhere. And it's headed straight for you, Master. It will arrive at your position in less than 3 minutes. I knew it. You're the one the wolf is after. Wolf? You mean this thing is coming towards you at 200 kilometers per hour? Well, that is if you can still call a monster capable of tracking its prey running at 200 kilometers per hour an animal. I mean, I would. This is bad. I'll get you set this right. Mash! Why isn't Mash here? She could protect me. Yes, Master. If you meet head on, it'll do everything I can to back you up from here. Please, be careful. Can you cast Lord Camelot from where you are, Mash? You can feel your soul shudder every time you hear it, right? That's fear at work. It's an extremely unusual kind of servant you see. Most servants cannot exist if they are purely fiction. Their origins are rooted in myths and legends that have some kernel of truth existence to them. There must be a powerful reason to exist on fiction alone. For example, the embodiment of wish to keep one's children safe, like a picture book. Do you have any servants like that on hand? There's the one who likes to go for a spin. I guess we have Nursery Rhyme. I see. Fascinating. I would love to meet them for myself at some point. Master, the wolf we're about to come in contact with is entirely fiction. It has no reason to exist. In other words, it is not a heroic spirit, which in turn means it cannot be a servant. At least under normal circumstances. Fictions whose spirit origins values fail to... Yep. Okay, he's going too fast. Nope. Fictions whose spirit origin values fail to suffice. Concepts that never go beyond mere urban legend. Beings who simply wither and disappear, failing to become either heroes or anti-heroes. We call them phantom spirits. Phantom spirits. Didn't Mr. Holmes mention those once? Possibly. True, there's much mystery surrounding Chaldea, but there are others I must chase right now. Namely, the phantom spirit who... No, I must not discuss this here. If you'll excuse me, Mr. Soul. Oh, is Holmes gonna be here then? Is Holmes chasing this doggo for some reason? What's more, these phantom spirits are extraordinarily peculiar. They're able to be summoned as a set, you see. A mythical pair of twins, for instance, or a hero accompanied by their partner. However, as remarkable as such a summoning may be, surely it is unthinkable that two beings who had absolutely no connection in life could be summoned together, right? And yet that's exactly what happened. What the... So the Headless Horseman and this giant wolf. Indeed, the perfect mount for a headless knight. I'm just not sure what myth the wolf is from, if any, but it is just as cruel as the wolves from the myths. That much I do know. A human arm, huh? I guess the doggo had a snack before coming here. I see her as much of a glutton as ever. Headless Knight and a wolf that eats people. And we don't know either of their true names. Headless Knight we have no servant record up for. But who could become one at some point? A famous man-eating wolf who couldn't become a heroic spirit. I've got nothing. There's just too many possibilities. We should be able to figure out the Headless Rider soon, but there might just be hundreds of different wolves of myth. So let's save that for later. Here they come. Let's go, Archer. I feel like we're in there. I like your spirit. That was just the call to action I needed. I must say it's rather nice having a master. Come, Rider. Right, this is a Rider class servant, so... Interesting. Best doggo time, I guess. And... oh, shoot. Break bar. Got my stuff up and going now. So now you were saying about something about adding you? Yeah, I have a friend code that you can add in so that I can accept you as a friend so you can use my servants. I can't access it right now, though. Unfortunately. Okay. Shock is over. Let's get to business. Let's get down to business to defeat Ryder. Did they send me servants, or do I have Gramps? He's the strongest servant I have right now, and you bet what I'm going to do. Rider of Shinjuku, I'll kill... I don't know, I'm babbling at this point. Alright. Gramps is doing pretty decent damage at the very least. Fallen Demon A+. Archer Shinjuku is nearly down. Gramps should have Noble Phantasm ready to go next turn. Maybe. Yes. Gramps MP is ready to go. Alright then. Rider of Shinjuku. Let's take you downtown to the pound. And we're gonna even go further. Get that defense down on him. Take this dog to the pound. Ooh, good hits. 138,000. And another crit. And then 37,000. Ooh, pretty decent. Pretty decent, pretty decent. He is Noble Phantasm ready to go, though. I do not know if he's AoE or single target. So, what we're going to do is assume for the worst and pray for the best. Gramps and Tamamo. And this is to go even further beyond, indeed. Alright. Initial break bar is done. Okay, he did not go to stupidly high levels of health. He has Sure Hit. Sure Hit, however, does not bypass Invincible. I am very glad that. So he's single target. Good to know. Very good to know. Okay. I think this should be fine. Can Toki start generating some Noble Phantasm? His second form is a lot less health than I was worried it was going to be. I was sure he was going to just have a ridiculous amount. But thank God that was not the case. Okay. There's about a 2-second delay between video and sound. Oof. I'm not really sure. I'll make sure it's fixed for... Oh, it's just for the game? Okay. Okay, it might be... I honestly don't know if it's for the game then. But I will make sure that whatever that is fixed by the next one. Because like I said, after this part I am going to have to call it because I do have to be up and ready for work in about 6 hours from now, unfortunately. If I had known this was coming now, I would have taken today off of work so I could just keep going with this, but unfortunately I cannot, and Mondays are the busy day at the office too, so I can't really just call in sick for no apparent reason either. It sucks, but that's adult life, unfortunately. Ooh, we got a good combo here with Gramps. Defense up is annoying on this rider. But we have Noble Phantasm set for Gramps. Guts is still alive. Yes. Guts has got one more turn. I'm gonna wait for one more turn to see if we can't proc the maximum potential of Gramps here. And now Tao will generate some crit stars here real quick for me. 15, not bad, not bad. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. For the guts to actually be fully used, which means that we are almost at full power for this attack. Rider of Shinjuku, this is your last night on Earth. Reap this dog. And game, set, match. Okay, that first break bar was nowhere near as hard as I was worried it was going to be. That Salter fight totally made me fear for worse things. Okay. Fair amount of QP as well, actually. A very fair amount. Salter fight is a lot harder than anything in Epic of Remnant. Salter was insane. Yeah, I managed first try, but I did have to use all my command seals, so you know. My apologies, but I'm afraid I'm completely outclassed. Yeah, I could tell you went down very quickly, Archer. I bet you could. By the way, Master, on a completely different subject, do you know how to drive? Yes. Well, whether you can or not, I'm afraid you'll have to. Da Vinci, I presume you can teach the young Master here how to drive in real time? Probably. Why would you have in mind? Well, it's stalling for time, of course. Don't worry, I'll be fine. Let's reconvene at Shinjuku Station. Temporary contract or not, I'm still your servant for the moment. I have no plans to allow myself to die. Now bring it. That was a short howl. Ugh. Is this a smoke screen? Huh? A servant? Jack? And there's another one headed your way. Fast! Visual confirmation in 5, 4, 3. Skid marks are cool. Motorcycles are, though. Salter? She looks way hotter than normal. I'm impressed you managed to find a way to survive out here, Master of Chaldea. But I suppose we can discuss that later. Come on, let's get out of here. We do not stand a chance against it just yet. I'll tell you where to. No need. Come on. Alright, take care of him. Now I'd better find a way to make my own escape. We were just talking about her? Yeah, I guess we were, weren't we? Cunning as he may be, my identity should still be safe since I managed to stay hidden. However, I still cannot quite understand what his goal must be in siding with Chaldea, not to mention that last act of his. No, that's not possible. He's fundamentally at odds with order. There's no selfless bone in his body. Must be some sort of plot. I'm certain he has ulterior motives guiding his every move. And yet, I cannot see any meaning to his actions beyond a servant defending his master. This won't do. I always get worked up when it comes to him. There's also the question of... No, never mind. He should be fine with her. Now we only need one more servant to join Chaldea's side. Of course, she is fairly twisted, but I can't let that stop me from paying her a visit. Shinjuku Salter Costume Wind Lightworks. Oh, we don't actually get it? Aw, that sucks. And Akabara, you went enrolled and got Assassin. Nice! Very nice. Very well done. Congrats. So, despite the fact that it's a no-battle one, and despite the fact that I have 203 AP, which is really going to annoy me, I am going to have to call this stream here. However, I will be back when I get done with work, so around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be back with Fate Grand Order. Check my room. Okay, I can do that real quick. There's nothing really different, it looks like. But, oh, that's right. Friend code. There is my friend code, by the way. Oh, soundtrack. I'll have to check that out later, because, yeah. But there's my friend code for anybody that wants it. But like I said, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be back with taking on more of Shinjuku. Ignore the schedule below on the stream. The February schedule is no longer valid, for it is Shinjuku from here until it is done. All other scheduling is goodbye. But for now, thanks all so much for coming out. It's been a pleasure to talk to you all. Good luck with the rolls for Shinjuku. I might do a singles 10 spin when Shinjuku is all done, just to see who I get. But yeah, for now, I'm quite tired, so once more, thank you all for coming out. Thank you all so much for following, if you followed. If you want to check out more, or the VOD, or any of my previous streams, my YouTube channel, which is under Soulrack Dragon as well, has all that good stuff on it. But, thank you all again. Have a good night, and I will see you in about 16 hours.